Okay, so week 10 of Danaher's Ageless Jiu Jitsu. We are looking at the Ude Gatame no G. So from butterfly, we'll go into a wee bit more details in another vid on the setup, but just I want to get Tyrone's hands on the mat. So if I can get inside position, just turn this way. If I can kind of get inside position and butt scoop in, and I'm just pulling with my butterfly hooks to try and get Tyrone's hands on the mat. Obviously he wants to put his hands on me, but if I have inside space, it's really just this. Once his hands on the mat, I just put my underhook, and I'm going putting the crook of my arm around Tyrone's right arm, and now from there I'm just going to headbutt him in the shoulder and shrimp this up to get it from the crook of my arm onto my shoulder. The other thing I'm doing is I don't want Tyrone getting close to me from here, so I'm just going to put my foot on his hip, and now I can use this to fall onto my right side, and I'm starting to shrimp this up onto my shoulder. If we just cut an angle, bro, so here. Let's talk about the three things that really Tyrone wants to be thinking about. So once I get into here, I want to be making a sandwich with his right shoulder. So my left knee's going to be on top of his shoulder, my right knee's going to be in the bottom. I'm pinching, and I don't want his elbow turning down in this way. So I can either get the crook of my arm or the wrist of my left hand underneath his elbow. So one way of finishing from here is just pinching in. Notice the way I'm bringing my left ear to my left shoulder, and now I'm just reaping that back. I've taken Tyrone's arm to the point where it won't go anymore, and then we're just extending it a little bit more. Obviously from here, Tyrone can alleviate the pressure by posturing and bringing his head towards me and turning his elbow in, so it comes in this way. Those are the three things he wants to be doing. I want to be closing that down. So obviously, again, this will be more of the traditional way. We're going to look at Danaher's approach in the next vid. So normally how it's traditionally taught is I make that sandwich. So my knee would be in front of his head. So if he tries to bring his head towards me, it's difficult. I'm relying on the pinch of my knees to keep Tyrone's head down. Try to come up. But he can come up if he posts his left hand, yes, and we're going to address that in the next move. But if he wasn't using this hand, maybe I'm just fighting a one-armed Tyrone, I'd be pinching and keeping my knee in front. So again, I'm digging for this. I don't want Tyrone turning his elbow this way, so I'm pinching my ear to my chest, try to turn, bro, and now I just find that. Again, lots of different ways of finishing here. You can use just the edge of your wrist, or you can kind of come into this kind of mummy finish from here, and now I can just dip in. Let's just get another angle on that. Just lift your back that way, bro. So from butterfly, we're playing the game. I want inside control, so I'm gonna butt scoop in. I'm gonna pull my legs towards my chest. If Tyrone tries to put his hands on me, I clear those limbs, and then I win that underhook. And again, I don't go deep at the armpit. I'm just getting the crook of my arm around his arm. Again, I'm going to put my foot on his hip on the same side as the underhook. And now from that position, we're going to be cinching out and bringing my knees over into the Ude Gatame position. So once I get Tyrone's right arm on my shoulder, I'm pinching with my knees. I'll push in his head, I want my knee in front. I make that sandwich on the shoulders, I'm putting tension. And then I get the crook of my arm around. Pinch. I don't want his head coming towards me. I don't want him posturing. And I don't want his elbow turning in this way. If I can control those three movements, I have a very good chance of getting the Ude Gatame. We will look at when he posts with his hand on the next vid.